Are you coming to Bonaire to shore dive? Do you plan on diving Bari Reef? Would you like some tips and tricks to make your Bonaire shore diving experience easier and more enjoyable?
Well, that's what we're talking about in this video.
And we're doing it right now. Hey folks, Kevin and Liz here on beautiful Bonaire, talking about the dive site Bari Reef, which is located at the brand new and finally opened Park Isidel. The reef itself and the dive site's where it's always been, but for several years now you have not been able to access it because they've been building this new public park, Isidel Park, and you're going to love that. You'll see some video of it later in this video, but we're going to tell you all about Bari Reef now that we can dive it again, which is exciting. It's never been my favorite dive site, but after diving it again, I may change my mind on that. But in this video, we're going to tell you all about the site. We'll show you through the park, we'll show you the lay of the land, we'll show you the entry, which is super easy, could not be an easier entry. It's going to be a little different than what's obvious, but Liz is actually going to demonstrate that entry and exit to you, so look forward to that in the video. We'll talk about how we dive the site and a lot of the cool critters and things you're going to see on this site. Liz will tell you about that, because although I might not like the site, it may not be the prettiest, you see cool things here. And Liz is just about to tell you about those cool things, but before she does that, could you do us a huge favor? We'd really appreciate it, if you have not yet, if you could subscribe to our channel. If you have, thanks so much, it means the world to us. But if you would, just take a giant stride on that subscribe button, then make sure you hit the notification bell too, so you'll be made aware when we have new content for you to enjoy. It means a lot to us. Make sure that our content is recommended to your fellow Bonaire travelers. But enough of that, let's talk about Bari Reef. Liz loves it. What did you love so much about the dive site?
Well, it's a really easy entry, as you mentioned. It is a long walk from where you need to park, so just keep that in mind. But it is a super easy entry. It's a quick swim out to where you need to descend. The wall drops off pretty suddenly, so as you're there, you can really see all the usual wall critters that you're seeing, all of the different coral. In the shallows is really where it gets interesting. That's where you see a lot of anemones with a little cleaner shrimp in them. See a lot of eels. I think we saw an eel being chased by, several fish. It's really in the shallows where you see a lot of those critters that you don't normally see.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And as I mentioned earlier, if you've seen my salt pier video, if you've seen our video on the dive site Something Special, they're not my favorite sites because they're ugly. The reef's busted up. It's just not pretty. I like pretty. I like color. I like beautiful coral. That's why I married Liz. That's why I married Pretty Liz. I love pretty and beautiful. And this reef just isn't. Bari is a little bit better than it used to be, I think. There's definitely some coral destruction, but just tons of critters, frogfish, things you're not going to find. And I think what it is because the reef isn't that attractive, all the color and any movement from the cool critters really stands out. So you got to come dive it. You really do. You're going to find some cool stuff here. But tell you what, instead of me rambling on, let's actually get down to the dive site and take a look at it. So tune in. Okay, let's have a look at the lay of the land here at Bari Reef, located at Park Isidel, right here off the traffic circle in Hato. And you can see we're a good ways from the water. I'm just at the entrance. I will fast forward the walking part. But you can see all the parking area you have to park over here to the left, then also over here and over here. Great spaces, easy parking lot. It is far from the water, but don't worry, you can drive down closer to the water to unload your gear, and I'll show you that here in a second. But this is my first visit back to Bonaire since Park Isidel has been open and Bari Reef is accessible again. It's still in the same place, but what you'll find is a nice park here. Lots to do. You can rent chairs under the palapas and loungers and things like that. So I think you'll really like it here. But you can see here, this is where you can access to drive your truck down to unload your gear. But once again, you're gonna need to unload it and then go park your vehicle. And then after the dive, I recommend just walking back to your truck. There is a restaurant under construction down at the end of this road, so there are a lot of cars down there now. Those are the construction folks, so that may be the case when you get here, if you get here before the restaurant opens. Speaking of restaurants, before this one is open, if you're hungry before or after your lunch, Breezes and Bites is still next door. Then Lehman, or is it Den Lemon? Let me know in the comments. And then back up on the traffic circle is Pita Madre. It's not really a truck, it's a trailer, but food truck. But you'll come on down and unload your gear in this area. Once again, it's taken up right now by the construction. But let's show you where you're going to access the water. If you actually gear up at your truck back at your parking space, I recommend taking the center sidewalk all the way down.
I'm stuck in space, got a daydream running through my brain every day.
But let me show you something. This goes out into the water. It's an access ramp, also a wheelchair ramp, but it'll take you down here to the shoreline where you could enter the water to go diving. This is not where I'm going to enter though. It's not horrible. You can see there's a step down right here and then a step up onto kind of a shelf of rock and coral. Then you can see where you get into some more rocks that can really twist your ankles walking out. This is not where I'm going to enter. It's not where I recommend you enter. You could also enter here to the left if you wanted to. That's still not where I'm going to enter. Like many folks have done for years, and where I found the easiest place to enter, although I don't dive this site that often, it's still going to be down here, and we'll walk down and show you. And that's the little beach area in front of Den Lehman condominiums. Now, you'll notice their dock. You cannot use that dock. You cannot access from their property. That's private property. If you're staying there, of course, you can use it. There are stairs that go up into there. We'll see in a second. You can't use those, but you can use the beach. So when Liz and I dive, we're going to come down here, get off the path, and walk over to that beach to enter, and I'll show you why.
Heaven in my denim, world's a bore, but I'm okay anyway.
Okay, we're now in front of Den Lemon Apartments. I'm going to say it both ways since I don't know how. Once again, let me know in the comments. But you can see how much easier it is to enter here. You just walk right in, no need for those walking sticks unless you just want them to steady yourself getting here. A few little rocks there, but nothing to worry about. Walk out, put your fins on, kick out to the drop off and start your dive. One thing to be aware of, when kicking out, if you're going to surface swim to the drop off, boats do dock here at this dock. So just be aware of that. Look out for boats. They should be looking for you as well. But head on out, descend, get you a good navigational marker. But once again, you've got plenty of area to get out of the water along the shoreline. But take a good compass heading back here to in front of these condominiums, and you'll have a nice, easy exit, just like you did getting in. Eventually, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, this big wall here is actually going to be a boat ramp into the water, I think. I could be wrong with that. Once again, if you know, let me know in the comments. If that ever happens, that may be a good entry, but for now, you couldn't ask for a better entry than right here. Okay, once again, do not use their dock. Do not use the private areas here at these condominiums, but you can walk over here from Isidel Park and enter. Let's go find Liz, and she'll show us how to enter here at Bari Reef.
Let's go, let's go. You know that I won't lie like this. I don't wanna hide everything, like say that we're just friends, but no friends don't kiss. I feel my body giving in. You want my heart, baby, you say it don't faze me, but oh no, that's not how I think. You make my mind hazy, I know it sounds crazy, but maybe we could be a thing.
All right, Liz is going to show us how to enter here at Bari Reef. You walk on over. It's super easy right there. See if it gets nice and deep. So you can put your fins on pretty early. Now she's going to turn around and come on out. This is what your exit's like. Sometimes the sand shifts under your feet. I look at Liz making it look easy, making sure that she can do that step up. And that's how you do it, folks, just like that. Well, folks, that's just about going to do it here for us at Bari Reef, located at Isidel Park. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to go find Liz. We're going to gear up, get in, and I'll see you at the next dive site.